Does a leprechaun come to visit your kindergarten classroom? Does just the thought of it overwhelm you? You're not alone. Hi, I'm Amy Murray from Teaching Exceptional Kinders, and I'm glad you're here to chat about simplifying St. Patrick's Day. If you've been around for a while, you know that I am all about keeping things simple, but still embracing the fun and the joy of being a kid in kindergarten. But you don't have to spend hours making everything Pinterest perfect in order for your students to have a good time. Truly, you don't. So we are going to chat about what it was like when the leprechaun came to visit our kindergarten classroom. And a word of caution, if you have little people who this may spoil some leprechaun fun for, you may not want to listen around them. All right, before we get too far into things, please know that anything I chat about may be linked down below. And while you're down there looking at links, feel free to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos all about keeping kindergarten simple and manageable and fun. All right, so St. Patrick's Day was super fun. And I don't know about you, I didn't love having a totally messy classroom. You know, some leprechauns will come in and just trash and turn your classroom upside down. That was overwhelming to me. Couldn't do it. But there were just a couple of things that we did. So, first of all, the leprechaun would leave little leprechaun footprints all over the classroom. When I say all over, a couple on each table, maybe one or two by the sink where it was easy to clean up later, one or two on our morning message, that kind of thing. He also would leave our toilet green with one squirt of food coloring, one drop. That was it. Now, my school was ancient. I mean, like we're talking like 60 years old, and the toilet probably was as old. And so I wasn't going to damage a brand new toilet or anything like that. I don't know if it would stain the toilet bowl. It never stained mine, just so you know. And that idea came to me from one of my kindergartners who told me, in preschool, this is what happened. I'm like, all right, well, add that to the list for next year. So I would use tempera paint. And if you take your fist and just paint this part right here and dot it on the table, it really does look like a footprint. And then you just have to add little toes. And so we would just do a couple of those. The green in the toilet. The leprechaun will write a note for our morning message instead of me. It would be from the leprechaun. And in some years, I took all of their green crayons out of their boxes and put them, in a collective spot because he took all the green. One year, he only left me green markers to write with on the morning message, and on the whiteboard, we only had green expo markers for that day. Just simple, real simple things that I could do, some of it the night before. One year I did paint the night before, and I had a custodian that I could trust that wasn't going to clean it up before I got there in the morning. I was we had to be there contractually at 8:15. I was a walk in the door at 8:15 person, and the kids came down at 8:30, and so it had to be as quick as possible. Maybe you can relate if you have young kids. That's why I was late, because I couldn't get everybody up and out the door that early. So, and that was enough. Just the footprints, a little note. Some years, is do something with green. One year he took all the green snap cubes out of the snap bucket and made it might have been a shamrock, but made something with the green snap cubes. Oh, one year he wrote, hi. He made an H and an I and an exclamation point with the green snap cubes and left those out for them. Just real simple ideas. And I'll link the blog post I have about St. Patrick's Day down below. But that was enough to keep them totally entranced in this leprechaun. And then to top it all off, he would leave a little piece of gold at everyone's seat. Most years I did Rolos because they were the easiest to find and they were wrapped in gold. One year I did those little gold Hershey bars. They look something like this. But they were harder for me to find for some reason. And Rolos, I could always grab a bag at Target and that's the little piece of gold they left behind. I let them eat their little piece of gold, which was so thrilling. And then we went about our day, and that was it. We didn't do leprechaun traps. We didn't do anything too crazy. Now, some years we did a couple of STEM activities, and those are outlined in the blog. We did like little rainbow things to hold the pot of gold and fun stuff like that, but you don't have to do that. It can be super simple and still really fun for kindergartners. So hopefully that gives you some simple ideas to try. By the way, the green tempera paint came off great with Clorox wipes or Lysol wipes. Super easy. One year I did glitter. Don't do glitter. Gets everywhere. But the paint was super easy, and then we just made a rule that you weren't allowed to touch it. I forget if I told them it was because the leprechaun didn't like it or what, but they didn't touch it and they left it alone. And it was super fun. So hopefully you have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day with your kindergartners too. Let me know how it goes down in the comments. And while you're there, please like and subscribe so you don't miss our next videos. If you need to get in touch with me, here's all my contact information. Until next time, have an exceptional day.